Going to go truthing or faking. For that, of course, we welcome Catalina Marchand-Debreu, who has the big board right next to her. Catalina, very good evening to you. Let's turn to Douyin, the Chinese social media network, an influencer going viral, posting his daily life on the Ukrainian front. Can this possibly be true, or is it fake? Tell us.
That's right, Mark. We're talking about this man who goes by the name of Paul Khashoggi, who has become a social media sensation in China with over 400,000 followers on his Douyin account, which is the Chinese equivalent for TikTok. On his account, he shares content in Chinese to his friends in China regarding his alleged daily life as a Russian soldier in the Ukrainian front lines. Let's take a look at some of the examples of his content in this image, for example, that we're showing. He says he's delighted to have shot down a warship in Ukraine. Then we also have this second video where we see him in front of this nuclear plant that he claims the Russian army just took control of. And if we fast forward to the end of this video, there's another clip where he claims to have battled U.S. Marines, even showing viewers some graphic content as he's holding a handgun. Mark.
So, behind this man hides an imposter. Is that true?
Well, Mark, in this video that we showed, there's visual elements that that's right. The person that we see in this video is neither Russian nor is he a soldier. On June 16th, the Douyin platform announced on its official account that it had indefinitely suspended the account of Paul Khashoggi, explaining that his account spread false information to, quote, raise interest and gain audience. And in fact, the man behind this account, Paul Khashoggi, created this character for months in order to promote and sell products imported from Russia, in particularly honey and vodka. This account was actually able to sell about 210 items through its linked e-commerce store.
So this is set up so he can basically flog those goods you're talking about. But some people might actually be watching this and thinking that it's truth. That's the scary thing, isn't it? What elements give away, then, the suspicious origin of this content on Douyin?
Well, in this video, we find typical elements of deepfakes, in particular, the unnatural appearance on the movements of his face at the level of the chin and the mouth, as you can see right there. Then at the level of his hand, for instance, that looks more real. Then there are also online tools that can help you detect deepfakes. For instance, the software called Deepware, where we put one of his videos in and it detected the video as being suspicious or a deepfake. And also, if you look closely at the video, you can see that the filter sometimes jumps off of the face. In this case, as it jumps off, you could clearly see an Asian man versus his face with the filter on, where he has more traits of a Caucasian man. There were also doubts regarding the IP address of his Douyin account that his account showed was in Henan, China, which, according to some of his followers, coincides with his Chinese accent, belonging to the accent of this region. And also regarding the location, several users pointed out that the nuclear plant that he shows in this video and claims to be Ukrainian is actually not Ukrainian at all. This nuclear plant is actually from in Luying and Henan as well. And the images that we see right here, this is from the power plant in Zaporizhzhia, Ukraine. That is the only power plant that was taken by the Russian forces during the war, that, as you can see, is at the edge of a river, unlike the images that we see in the content of this man. And this case in particular does remind us of the case of the fake Russian woman called Nana, who went viral for sharing her life in China, but was eventually unmasked as the filter jumped off and revealed her real identity as a Chinese woman. She had more than 2 million followers on Douyin at the time, and she also used her notoriety to sell products. So two very similar cases. If you want to know more on deepfakes, you could always go to France24.com, the Observer's site, to know how to detect a deepfake.
Indeed, deep fakes. Beware, beware. And for your news, stick to a reliable news source, and I hope you choose us. Catalina, thank you very much indeed. Thank